Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode on Ignitor SMP. My name is Dark John, and last episode we got up to some amazing shenanigans with the autocrafter. I lost track of how many different farms we put autocrafters in, but it was a lot, including old ones and new ones, like the one behind us right here. This guy is our auto kelp smelting and kelp block crafting array that is going to provide future fuel for our super smelting array when we build it right above us here, actually, in the very near future. So, on to today. What have we got planned? So, we've got more troubles with our neighbours. We need to go set up something that's going to help us be a better landlord for Dippy Blether and the Llama Sanctuary. We're going to make a few little improvements to one of the farms we made last episode, the gold farm in particular. I think I can improve the rates, and our main focus today is shulkers. Shulkers. Man, we need lots and lots of shulkers. I have been saying over and over again, every time we make a farm, including the one behind us here, we're installing shulker loaders because we want all of our stuff shulker loaded. And actually above us right here is going to be bulk storage, where I am going to be keeping all of my bulk items in a big storage array inside shulkers. We're going to need thousands of shulker boxes for this thing to work properly, and I have been buying all of mine currently from the Onion Boys, and it's very expensive. I've already spent hundreds of diamonds doing so. That will escalate to thousands unless I eventually build my own farm, so that is on the cards today. Let's get into it. If you remember, last episode we had a bit of a neighbourly dispute. So, Dippy Blether founded the wonderful llama sanctuary behind me here. We can see some llamas having a whale of a time out in the background there, spinning away. And she unwittingly built this on my land. Yes, this is Dark Dawn territory, and we came to an agreement between us that I would allow her to keep the llama sanctuary here in exchange for a little bit of rent. So, 1 diamond block was agreed, and that is what is due every month. But we live in different time zones, and collecting that rent as a landlord is a little problematic in a timely manner. So I went out and purchased myself something to help us. We got here Rent-o-matic 9000. This is going to collect the rent for us. And if it doesn't arrive on time, then it starts alerting the tenants that the rent is due, and it will continue alerting them until it is paid. That's how it works, and I'm going to demo it to you right now. Now, the installation service only goes so far. They don't build a complete return station for us, so in my mountain base area is where they have agreed to deliver the delivery system. So this goes all the way back to there, and when the payment is received, it lands here, and I know that it is received. And then when I'm ready to collect rent once more, all I need to do is flick this lever. If we can get back there and beat the cart, we can see it in action. There we go.
Rent is due. Please insert 1 diamond block. Your landlord thanks you.
And that keeps happening. Don't get in a flap about it. Rent is 1 diamond block per month, and all you need to do is drop that rent into here. I'll demo it here to stop that announcement. By the way, will repeat. It's on a repeating cycle, roughly once every minute or two. It'll be playing that, and it'll be heard all over the sanctuary until the rent is paid. So that's the incentive, to make sure you have enough money to be able to pay, which we can do right here. We can hear the minecart going off, the announcement no longer play, the alarm is no longer going off, and we'll have our rent ready for collection back at base. Okay, so we'll leave the Rent-o-matic 9000 in place here, and I'm going to arm it so that when Dippy comes on next, she knows that rent is due. And landlording just got a whole lot easier. For anyone that is interested, this is not pretty. I kind of YOLO'd this a little bit, but yeah, the minecart sits here. When the minecart is active, we have 2 lines getting powered. One that powers this piston, which starts this clock, and another one that, this kickstarts the clock here. This ensures the block is in place to repeat this over and over again. That flashes the light and flaps the panels, and then we have a Ether hopper clock on a self-powered jukebox with a custom disc, and it will be looping, but right now this is permanently powered, stopping the disc from exiting the jukebox once it is finished playing. That's pretty much it. And an item fills it obviously for the diamonds. So if it is a diamond block, it'll go in the cart. That'll send it on its way. The absence of the cart will turn off all of this. If it's not a diamond block, everything will go into this dropper and spit out right next to the person right here. I can't show the ejection system working right now because it's not accepting stuff, because we have a backup circuit in here. When this torch here is permanently powered, it powers this block, which prevents the hopper underneath here pulling out anything from this. So when this machine is off, it won't take anything. But when it's on and things are going through, if it's not a diamond block, it'll get ejected right here by this self-powered dropper. Oh, time to go. So the gold farm bartering setup thing is going exceptionally well, and we've been doing a lot of AFK time here, but it does have a couple of little issues. Namely, these guys get stuck. Yeah, it's almost like their swords are stopping them from getting across the line, and the only way this gets resolved is if we get guys come up behind them and nudge them, and then they all end up zipping on through. So what my idea is let's take out this an extra row of magma blocks around the core here and put trapdoors all the way around here, so it'll look like all the way from here to here is accessible. Yeah, they're just sort of hanging out there, and that's not good. So if we can make sure we move them all down the hole at all times, we'll get way more spawning way more quickly, hopefully increasing the rates on this thing just a little bit. So I'm going to go get a whole bunch of trapdoors, and we're going to see what we can do about that. Okay, upgrades complete. Let's just take a little look-see. So right up the center here, we've made this wider all the way. It works really well. No guys get stuck at all anymore. They all just fly straight on down. And from what I can tell, based on my testing, this has actually increased the rates of this farm by about just over 50%. They had to widen the glass tunnel that they fall into, which meant widening the hoppers down here, which means more guys falling onto here and dying, which meant all of the hoppers under here actually were getting overwhelmed, and we were just getting stuff sitting on the surface here. We couldn't process it at hopper speed through the two lines fast enough. So I've also redone all of this. This got bigger, so we've got like each quadrant goes out into an arm, and each arm we got 2 filters for gold, and then into double everything else burning stations, which is the mostly rotten flesh and gold's armor and stuff like that. So this is way more capacity than we should ever need, considering how much this can now produce. But it means we can barter more, and it means we can make better use of the 4 piglins we got in here. Previously we could only keep about 1.8 of them busy. We should be able to keep like 2.5 of them busy at this point out of 4, so we should get more stuff out of bartering at the same time. So we're going to go test it, just double checking everything is looking good. I think it is. And yeah, let's go see how well this guy does now in comparison. There we go. If we just look down here, let me go back into free cam. No guys are getting stuck anymore at all. They're all just running straight down, which means the spawn rates are considerably higher, because yeah, we just get them out of the mob cap as quickly as possible. Look at that. Beautiful. And you can see here the waste stations powering pretty frequently. Item filters doing their thing. We should see these torches flicking on and off pretty consistently, and that's going to be all pumping into the auto crafters there. 2 should still be enough. They should be able to keep up with all the gold coming into the system, so we didn't need to double that part up. But yeah, very happy with this. 50% more of everything. Can't complain about that. So we've got a new minigame here on the server set up by GGJ, and this is the head games. So the objective here is, if you sign up, you are in a weekly competition with everyone else in the game, and you've got to go collect heads basically from mobs and players in the game, and they're all worth different points. We've got a big scoreboard here telling us what the points are worth. Player heads are worth 250 points each. There's a couple others there worth large numbers, and as we go down the list, they're worth less and less, where the ones at the bottom are all just worth single points. Now, we cannot farm any heads. We cannot use heads we already have. They have to be collected during the competition week. It's set up in a way to try and make it as fair as possible, And then we have a pairing system so that each person is paired with another for the week, and those two are in direct competition with each other. The person with the highest score remains, the person with the lowest number of heads is knocked out. So that's it really. So we're signing up, we're putting our name in the book, and we're going to have a bit of fun partaking in this and see how well we can do. Happy hunting.
I'm looking forward to seeing lots of death signs in the chat.
No murder till Monday. No murder.
No,
till
yeah,
Monday.
no murdering till
No
Monday.
murder till Monday. Okay.
Right.
Oh,
Cheers,
this
guys.
is great.
Now, it does say in the rules we can trade and buy heads from other players, so it wasn't long until such an opportunity presented itself. So, I understand you are after something special for a special build.
Yes, I want that.
I have a very limited amount, but you are very much welcome to it.
Ooh.
In exchange for something that sits atop people's shoulders. There's a certain game going on that I could benefit from getting some collateral in.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, well, a deal's a deal. I want to have 11 of those.
There you go.
Yay, they're off my
exactly 11.
list. Okay.
Nice.
But I do have 108 levels, so enjoy the XP.
Oh, your head. Oh, I see. That's what you're doing. Ah.
You needed my head, right? For the.
I thought you had one like in your inventory to give me. I didn't realize I had to chop yours off.
I'm sorry. I don't have them like spare laying around. So.
I was like, what? Have you just gifted me all this armor? What's going on? No, it's because I've got to do this.
Yes. Oh.
Ouch.
I'm back. There you go.
Woo-hoo.
Yay.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with you. Thank you so much. Very helpful. That's given me a leg up in the game that I'm definitely going to need.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Catch you later. Okay, next up, we're going to make us a shulker farm. So, I must have said it 10 times over the past several episodes, we need a shulker farm of our own. Every farm we make, including this one behind us, we start putting shulker loaders in them. We're shulker loading everything we do, and we are tearing through the shulkers like crazy. Now, the easiest option to make a shulker farm is to put one out into the end. The most efficient designs there, they rely on a behavior where the shulkers teleport upwards through layers of scaffolding, and but that has been identified as a bug by Mojang, and so it's likely to not work for very long, maybe as patched as early as 1.21. So we're going to go with the portal approach, which means we're going to need a lot of obsidian. There we go. And to do the portal approach, well, that means we're going to have to bring a shulker here to the overworld, which is the fun part. Now, Star has mentioned that he was keen on getting a shulker here into the overworld too. He's doing this to help him cross off another item on Neat Freeze's bingo in order to help him win the ultimate prize there, which I think is an IOU from Neat. So we teamed up on a stream of his to go to the end and bring back a good number of shulkers into the overworld. Now, I've done this before, and in my experience, whenever doing anything with shulkers, nothing ever goes according to plan. So we ventured into the end, and we found a city with a portal not far away. We set up a rail, and we tied that rail back to the portal in order to capture the shulkers and send them through back to the main end island spawn platform. Chaos ensued as we regularly ventured close enough for our invisibility potions to not help us out, and we were shot endlessly by these guys. It was really painful trying to get them in, but eventually we managed to get 6 shulkers back to the end island. Now, the end island is gone. We've only got the platforms left here for painting things duper, which meant we had to build a line from the spawning platform up to the portal in order to pick these guys up. And we sort of had to repeat the minecart trick, try and pick them up again, and eject them straight into the corner of the portal, which would then put them in the overworld back at spawn.
Power it.
I've got
That's
this
all I
guy
need.
ready. I'll let you
Oh,
do
what?
yours.
The duper's turned on.
What?
Say something to Fedora. Say, Fedora, stop.
Stop the duper.
No.
Oh man.
Oh,
Fedora,
this guy's ready to go.
no.
There's all of a sudden
Fedora.
there.
Fedora, no.
Oh my God, no,
Don't die, don't die. Make sure you're healed. If you want to watch all the shenanigans and the very long journey it took us to get those shulkers from the end to the overworld, please go and watch Star's stream. I'll link it down below. Star got his achievement of bringing the shulkers back to the overworld, and I got what I needed to plan my shulker farm. In the end, we managed to get 4 of them back through to spawn before running out of time that day, and they all decided to teleport into a space underneath the spawn island somewhere. And then 2 of them just died for some reason, leaving me just 2 shulkers remaining in the overworld. Hopefully that's enough. So today is another day after we moved the shulkers to the overworld, and they are still sat here comfortably at spawn. Now, we transported 4 over, and after some shulker ramblings, they sort of all disappeared underneath here. 2 somehow died. Shulkers, who knows? So we're going to move them from here, and then we need to transport them to where we want them to be close to where the farm is going to be. And that is going to be way off in this direction. We're going to be heading north. We're going to be coming way past here. This is Vid's game in the mountain that's being built over here. This mesa biome up ahead. This is going to be Minion's mega base for the season. And you can see he's already started doing some terraforming here. He's got some big plans that I'm not going to spoil, but he's going to be building throughout this area. And to our right over here is the gaming district that Star is currently working on and building out. So that's going to evolve over time. We're heading in this direction because there's the potential to use some shulkers. It's all loading in. Here we go. This is the part of the gaming district and Star's storage system. We may be able to use those shulkers in the future for some kind of mini game. So we'll put the farm up in this area of the map so that it's at least, not too many thousands of blocks away. What I'm thinking, Minion's mountain's all the way over there. I'm thinking if we head all the way back here and behind one of these big mountains over here or over here, maybe all the way back here is better. Yeah, this seems better. There, minus 100, minus 2200. That's a pretty nice round number. This is a good place to stop. So we want to make sure we align to X minus 100, and I need some more rockets to get back. What we're going to do on the way back is just check how high the highest peak of the highest mountain is, so that we know how high to put our flying machine up in the world that we're going to need to build to transport these shulkers all the way over here. This appears to be the highest peak, in line with where we're going to need to travel. Here we are at Y194. So maybe we build the machine at 200. Give us plenty of clearance. We're going to not hit the rocket on the way through. And we should be good. So I'm going to head back to spawn there. We're going to build a little flying machine at the right height. And from there, make some railway cart lines going up to it to see if we can load the shulkers inside. Ooh, this is pretty high. That's a long way to get a shulker on a railway line all the way up here. I think I'm probably going to try something with water streams, actually. But first, we got to get the basis of the flying machine in place. So I think we're about ready. We've got a big water shaft going up with rails either end that should drop the shulkers exactly where we need them to be. They're all just chilling under here. So the next thing to do, I'm going to splash potion them with healing. Take a few invis potions here. Take off all of our armor. There we go. And we're going to head on down and see what we can do about connecting these guys up. There they are. Okay, so we're going to... First off, we're going to heal these guys because I'm not sure how much damage they took. Okay, let's see if we can pick up this first guy and get him where we need him. Yoink. Okie doke. That went very, very well indeed. Give him a minute. It's going to move very slowly because there's some waterlogged rails. Yep, he's in. Okay, that's one of them. Let's see if we can get the other guy. There he goes, popping out of the water stream, onto the rails, and yoink, we have him where we want him. For the time being, I'm going to very carefully remove some of this stuff and build the flying machine around these two shulkers. We're off. Haha, we're doing it. There's a bit of server lag, but we're doing it. And hopefully we'll get there in no time at all. Let's hope this works, and they are staying put as far as I can tell. Coming into dock, and if we've made all of our measurements just right. Ah, look at that. Amazing. We did it. They are totally encased. They're sitting in there, nice and pretty, and when we're ready, we should be able to basically just drop them straight out the bottom and catch them down there on a rail and put them straight into a farm that we're going to build. But for now they can live right there and be happy. Whoa, I didn't have my lighter on. Good thing I had a totem. Eek. Now that the shulkers are safely secured here in a far part of the world, I've just realised something before I get to starting to work on the farm, thankfully. I can't build this thing here. These farms require snow golems to exist in order to throw the snowballs at the shulkers to aggro them without damaging them. Look where we are. Look at this biome. They can't survive here. They will die pretty quick. So I just need to figure out where the nearest non-hot biome is, and from there we should be able to position the farm in that location. There's a tiny bit of green grass right behind me there, if you can see. If I'm lucky, that might work. Okay, here's the biome borders. So, river, desert. So this whole area could be viable if we put it out here on the water. Okay, I'm gonna go get some snow and we're gonna do a test just to make sure snow golems can survive here. Okay, we are back in a river biome. We have carved pumpkins and snow, and they seem to be doing okay. Let's just double check, put one right here and see how that differs, just to make sure. Yeah. He had a very bad day. Good, well that's not happening over here. That means we can in fact build the farm here. Sorry dude. And we don't have to move these guys very far at all. So without further ado, let's start building this thing. Built, and there's a small nether component to this which we can show in just a minute, but it's pretty straightforward, and I think we're about ready to try getting our shulkers in here, and that's going to happen via this rail. That's going to drop them down here. They're going to go down there to activate a rail, jump inside, and we're going to close part of this farm off that's currently pulled open with some pistons and push the guy inside. And we're going to get them on this rail by dropping them straight down from up here. Okay, currently our two guys are underneath, just above this block, the slime block. So if I break this, the rail should drop them onto here. And I only need one of these guys out of here. So we need to separate them. That's the next thing. Oh, I'm so nervous. This stuff is nerve-wracking. So let's take an invisibility potion. They're going to be able to see us. So we're going to make sure we can bridge out a little bit here. Get a little bit of distance so we can do things from afar. And boom. Okay. Good. We've separated them out. One is on the block already, so we're going to do that. Oh dear. Okay, I think I need a plan B here. I don't think I'm going to be able to separate them as easily as I thought. So, jankiest idea ever. The first cart's going to come past, and as soon as the second cart comes along, it's going to break the rail. Alright, I think we're good. Here we go. They're both going to go down. They're actually going to land on the second rail. Oh no. Okay, they're down. That's progress. I didn't put enough powered rails underneath. Okay, furnace minecart. This is just going to go either way. Probably. Oh no, they're both going in. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we've got two in there. But we have one shulker in the farm. One currently not. Not what we were wanting, but we'll make the best of it. And then I think we're ready to turn on the farm. And what that's going to do is expose the snow golems to the shulker. They'll start firing. He'll start firing his bullets. Let's get out of the way. And he's gone. Oh no. Where did he go? He teleported out? How did he teleport out? This is why we needed a backup shulker. Let's go check out if they're alive. This is a prime opportunity to check out the nether side. I can see shulker there. It doesn't look like it's in a place it should be. There should be some here. And they're all dead. No. We've killed already two shulkers. Okay, none of them got picked up. Oh no, there's still one in there. There's still one in there. Maybe there's a chance. Okay, so there's a guy in there. I think we may be able to rescue him. Okay, I think Operation Rescue Shulker from inside the portal in the nether is pretty much ready to go. So I've got everything set up as before. We're going to bring the shulker into this rail. It's going to hit this stop block, drop down here onto the activator rail, kicking the shulker out into here. Then we're going to come in, sneak in, and flick this lever, sealing them in. Everything should be set and ready to go. Then, yeah, the railway line comes from all the way over from the portal over here. So following this corner of the portal straight through, we should be looking at rails going the other way as soon as we pass through this side. Here. And yeah, this is the tricky bit. This is make or break. Minecart goes there. I've got to break this trapdoor. Oh, he's already in a minecart. I forgot about that. Then I've got to change my plan. I can't pick him up if he's already in a minecart. I think I'm going to have to set something at the other side to piston push him through onto a rail that comes straight in here, which means I'm going to need to move this. Okay. I'm glad I talked this through with you all, because this could have gone terribly, terribly wrong. Okay. So what we're going to try and do is push him through here. So we're going to break this trapdoor. We're going to place another block there. Fire this piston. No, before we do that, we need to go around this side, break this trapdoor, place another rail, then break this trapdoor, place another block, flick this piston. We're going to add another dirt block. Let's in fact do it this way. And push. It's not pushing. This and... oh, we ran out of coal. We're nearly there. I may have to break this portal. Oh my goodness, I think we're there. We're just going to get this little cart push. And we're off. There he goes. But he didn't go through the portal. Oh, I need to use an activator rail. Okay, plan C. We've got him here now. And there's an activator rail. So he should just spit straight through the portal, I think. We shall see, I guess. And then it should be on the other side. That's me, invisible. So let's just heal up. Make sure we're at maximum health. And send him through. It's gone through. Okay. Okay, good. He's in the overworld again. This is promising. Now we just got to get rails over to them. And run it right past them. I'm still invisible. Check for 4.5 minutes. Okay, okay. And I think we're ready to go. This should pick them up. Yep. Okay. It's working. There he goes. Here he comes. Up the slope. Get into position, please. Activate a rail in the right place. Good. We got him. So now we've got to get down to that lever. So break these two pistons. Shulker is in the farm. I repeat, the Shulker is in the farm. I am reluctant to tear down much of my infrastructure here until I know it's all working, just in case we have to do the same again. And I might leave a lot of this in place, actually. It's probably good I did this, because this is exactly the procedure we're going to have to take if this guy inside the farm ever does perish, because the backup shulkers are going to be there in the nether. So a lot of this I'm probably going to leave in and just break the last couple of blocks here, I think. Let's do this. Let's light this line of portal. And I think everything is good. Now we've got to go, before we turn it on, we've got to go restore what we broke in the nether side. So let's do that first. Okay, that should be everything nether side restored. Oh, we're missing a button right there. Oh no. Okay, I think this is all restored to its previous state. So let's get rid of the scaffolding. Let's go test it again. Okay, make or break. This is the on switch. It's going. They're still firing. That means it's still in there. It's still in there. It's duplicating. It's shooting itself. The water bullets are coming back down through the water. It's getting shot again. Everything is looking good. I think we should be getting duplications. Okay, let us sleep. And we're going to go check out the nether side real quick. Yes, we have backup shulkers. We have shulkers dying. That means we should have shulker shells coming in here. Yes! We rescued it. We rescued it. Oh, that's such good news. Now we can go AFK for a little bit and see what we get. Can't believe we pulled that out of the bag. Really turned that around. I thought it was over and we had to go all the way back to the end, but whew. Happy about that. Good result. Alright, so we have been AFK for a whole evening, and yeah, it's time to see how much we get from that for our return. Let's go to the nether side and check out how it's been performing. Okay, everything's looking good. We've still got backup shulkers. The last of the guys being transported is just dying off there, so what have we got? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not too shabby. Okay, so quick bit of maths, and that is 207.5 stacks of shulker shells, 13,280 shulker shells. So that gets us over 6,500 shulker boxes. That's a pretty good start for an evening's AFK session. I'm very happy with that. There we go, that's nearly 6 full shulker boxes. It's like 5 2/3 full of shulker shells. Absolutely awesome. And we're leaving a couple of little signs here, either side of this guy, just in case people get too close, because you've got to steer clear. There's some live shulkers up there, and if you do get too close to them and they see you, they're going to shoot you. So be careful, Igniters. Looks like my shulker farm next to for my iron farm, my shulker loader is totally out of shulkers, so we're going to have to manually refill this guy and prime it. Here we go. Because it has loaded up all of these with blocks of iron. That's pretty mental. And now we can properly fill up the shulker loaders inside the kelp block making machine. Okay, that should keep those loaded with shulker boxes for some time, hopefully. It does take a while for the stuff to accumulate. And with that, I think we're going to leave this one here. Once again, we've achieved a lot, and yeah, very happy with our progression on the landlord side of things, and with having a shulker farm, finally, and unlimited access to shulkers. This is going to make things so much easier in the future. Small update on the head games, I'm out. Round 1, I was pitched up against Black Shadow, and he decimated me, man. He really went full hog with the whole head games thing, and I ended up with 2 player heads and a few other mob heads. Was not nearly enough to even compete. So, well done, Black Shadow, and good luck to everyone else left in the games. As for everyone else, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, please do give us a like, and if you would like to see what we get up to next time, then please subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Bye for now.